And welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Uly. You guys could be anywhere on the internet right this second, but you're right here with me, so I appreciate your time. And today I want to talk about some video games, as we always do on this channel, and just to go over some things real quick, get a little things out of the way, what I'm currently playing, and what are you guys currently playing? Leave it down in the comments below. Maybe recommend some stuff that I haven't checked out, and just for reference, I own all three major platforms. I'm not really a PC gamer, but I have a PS5, a Switch, and an Xbox Series X, and as well as a ton of retro consoles. So let me know if you guys are playing anything cool. Right now, I'm personally playing Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition on the Switch, and this time I will beat the game. I always start a new game on Xenoblade Chronicles 1, and I always make it like 70 hours in, but I never finish it, but this time I will. I want to talk about today things we're seeing on the internet after the Switch 2 reveal, which, by the way, this is called, I think I'm going to call this type of show Beer Talk with Games, or something along those lines. So today I'm just having a beer. I just got off from work, and having a High Ally. It's an IPA. It's a great beer. It's a local beer. I don't get any kind of sponsorship. I just wanted to let you guys know what I'm drinking in case you want to try it out. It's like a 7%, 7.5% alcohol by volume, it looks like. It's a good beer. Tastes really good. But anyways, I wanted to talk about the aftermath of all the Switch news and Switch 2 announcements, and why in God's heavenly earth is there so much negativity. There is almost like a bot level of negativity. Like, I feel like it's fabricated. I don't know if it can be real or not, if people aren't really that into gaming as much as they are into complaining, because all I see everywhere online and even on the Treehouse streams is everyone complaining so much about the price. I got a few notes written down here I want to go over. Yeah, everyone is fixated on the price and not fixated on how phenomenal the games look on this machine. Like, this hardware is impressive for it being essentially an 8-inch tablet. All the hardware and crazy specs that is crammed into that thing is impressive beyond belief to me. And everyone wants to stay focused on the price and not the value and what we're going to get out of these amazing looking experiences, guys. I keep watching the Treehouse. I was watching today, well, that's why I wore this shirt. Donkey Kong, the new Donkey Kong Bonanza looks bananas. It looks so good. The environments, the destruction, the detail, the way Donkey Kong emotes and his animations and his just so much character crammed into that game, and I can't wait to play it. It comes out so soon. I'm so excited for what I'm seeing, and people are so negative. I feel it sucks because I don't want to buy into the negativity, because I try not to be a negative person. I'm probably negative. Also, it's we live in a crazy time right now where people you know how they say, like, negativity sells news, and not, you don't really see like really positive news make the headlines. It's always the negative stuff, and it's the same thing for gaming. Like, it's just so negative. And to be honest with you, I might put a thumbnail that looks negative, but I don't agree with it. And I just keep seeing people just fucking, excuse my language, just fixated on the price and not the experience and the hardware. And like I said, it's I'm gonna read the article. Basically, right now Nvidia just put out an article. I'll probably link it in the video, in the comment section, sorry, and excuse me, in the description down below. But they were talking about how this GPU that they made for the Switch and the whole AI technology, it took, I believe it said, 1,000 years of combined engineering experience. Like, that is crazy. I can't wait to read the whole rest of the article. I just got off from work. I got home, I showered, I poured a beer, I fed my, well, not in that order. I fed the dog and my cat, and walked him, and all that stuff. All the adult responsibilities we have, and I just have pets. I don't have kids yet, so you guys out there might have more responsibilities than I do. But moving on to the next point, guys. Gaming and entertainment is a discretionary expense. It's not a necessity. Gamers are acting too entitled. I feel like, okay, you know what? If it's not for you, if you can't afford it, It's not something that's a necessity like a roof over your head, or the water bill, or the electric bill, or the gas bill, or your groceries, or putting food on the table. So it's things that can wait. If you literally cannot afford it, then by all means just sit it out until you can scrounge up the money to buy things that are discretionary. It's just entertainment, right? It's a discretionary expense, not a necessity. Stop acting so entitled, like nobody owes you anything. Like, yeah, they've gone up in price, right? Games have gotten, um, actually, it's the opposite. If you see, I saw Donkey put out a video. I think it was 3 years ago. I thought it was a year ago. Time flies, but apparently it's 3 years ago. But he put out a video, and I'll also link it in the comments, in the description, where he compares what games used to cost in like the late 70s on Atari. If you adjust for inflation, some of those like super simplistic, horrible Atari games that looked and sounded so terrible, some of them, if you adjust for inflation, they would have been like $900 of today's money. And, you know, again, discretionary, it's entertainment. It's like going to the movies, and going to a theme park, an amusement park. Um, the fact that the fact of the matter is, games are not more expensive today than they were in the late 70s, the 80s, the 90s. Games have actually gotten cheaper. Like, they've inflation and the US dollar, the value of the US dollar have plummeted, but games have stayed roughly around the same as prices they were in the 90s and in the 2000s. They haven't really gone up in price. The fact that the games are now going to be $80, big whoop. Like, yes, they're more expensive. Yes, you're going to have to maybe work a couple more hours of overtime to afford it, but it's not something that's not doable, right? It's just, I mean, if you really want to play a game like when I was a kid, I would, I mean, probably you shouldn't do this, but I didn't steal, but I would skip eating lunch. Like, my mom would give me like five. It was either $5 or $10 a day for lunch money, and so I would skip eating lunch because I could save that money and take a girl out to a movie. Or when we would go to Walmart with the family, I would sneak away. I would go to the electronics section with the money that I would save from just not eating, and I would buy like an album. Like, I would buy like I remember buying Modest Yahoo Live at Stubbs when I was a kid, because I would and you know, you shouldn't probably do that, but I wouldn't eat because I would rather save up that money and buy something cool. And same thing with games. Like, if it's too expensive, then cook your food at home, you know, rather than going out to eat for like a month. Save up that money. Don't buy coffee out and about. Work a couple hours of overtime. Sorry, so I have this written down in order, so I should probably follow it. So anyway, so like I mentioned, games have gotten cheaper as the value of the US dollar has plummeted. It's one of the cheapest and highest quality forms of entertainment out there. Like, for like the hours to dollar ratio of gaming, in terms of how much entertainment you get out of gaming, it's one of the cheapest forms of entertainment out there. Like, it's one of the highest quality, most fun things you can do just for entertainment, compared to going to the movies. Especially if you have a family, like, how much does it cost to go and watch whatever's out in theater right now, to take the family, family of four, family of three? What are you spending, $100, more than that? Where a video game, now they're going to be 80, in some cases 70 for the most part, but you pay $70 for a game that's going to give you like 50 plus hours of value. If you divide that, like, let's say the next Mario Kart is $80, right? The current Mario Kart that's out, I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure I spent upwards of like, it's confusing and it's a bit hard because when you get a new Switch, for some reason your playtime is erased. So my launch day Switch playtime didn't accumulate over onto my OLED Switch, so I really don't know how much time I've spent on Mario Kart, for example. But for example, just an example, that game was $60. Let's say I've spent 110 hours on that game, right? That is 55 cents per hour of entertainment. So if Mario Kart is the new one is $80, if you let's say you get 100 hours of entertainment, that's going to be 80 cents. I'm pretty sure it's 80 cents per hour of joy. Not to use a buzzword, but of entertainment and some of the highest quality. Like, look at how much effort went into making that game. Like, so many people, very talented artists and game designers and the musicians that put together these scores for these games. Like, so much hard work has gone into these amazing pieces of entertainment that we call. I haven't even drank my beer. Hang on. So much effort has gone into making these quality experiences that you can't see the value of just spending $80 on a crazy, phenomenal experience that'll last you for years. Like, I can pop in Mario Kart 8 right now and still have as much fun as I did when the game was brand new in like 2000. I think it came out 2017. Like, that's nuts. The game is almost 10 years old, and actually, if you count the Switch release, sorry, the Wii U release, I think it's about that. And you can still have so much fun. These are evergreen titles. Like, come on, people. I don't understand. I'm excited. I can't wait for this machine. But I've been seeing so much negative stuff out there that I had to get on camera and talk about this. But moving on, guys. Yeah, games have gotten much cheaper compared to the value of the US dollar. The cost to produce these games has increased, right? The hardware has gotten better. 4K visuals and all that stuff takes more resources, and then the whole resource and development, R&D that goes into making this hardware, like with all the AI upscaling and the ray tracing and all the pure tech that's in this machine that NVIDIA partnered with Nintendo to create. Like I said, I didn't read the whole article yet. I haven't read it. I can't wait to read it because it's so interesting. Just like the first paragraph said, there has been 1,000 years worth of accumulated effort of these engineers that have crafted this chip for the Switch 2, and it's awesome. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'll be there day one. I'll be there. I'm gonna try to open up all the what's it called, the retailers in multiple tabs. As soon as pre-orders go live, I'm gonna get this machine. I'm gonna be in line if I have to. Midnight launch. I can't wait, and it's a bummer to me because I know a lot of fans are excited. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people are excited. I think the haters are the more vocal on the internet. So, because like I said, hate sells, and people just love to interact with hate. The people that are excited just probably saw these trailers and were like, interesting. I can't wait. I'll go buy it. And then they don't really communicate on the internet because they're busy. They're probably working. They're doing other stuff. It's just the haters that have no time, and this is why they have no money to afford stuff like this, because all they do is they spend their time hating on things that they can't afford, or just being envious or whatever. It's a very unattractive quality in a person, just to be so hateful. I don't understand it. And if I'm being that way ever, call me out on it. Call me out. Call me a hypocrite. Also, my whole argument here, all my points that I have listed, make counter arguments, right? If you guys don't agree with me, let me know in the comments, and we'll have a civil debate. We can have a friendly debate and have a beer afterwards. How about that? Like, it's a bummer in my opinion, and I don't want to dwell on negative news, but this is why I'm making this video and listing all these points, because I'm excited. I can't, and I'm gonna sound like a broken record, and I'm gonna keep saying that I'm excited because I'm so pumped for this thing. I can't wait. Anyway, okay, so the cost to produce goods has gone up. I mean, inflation is definitely a thing, during the pandemic, because of the lockdowns, because production went down. There was a whole chip, what is it, the chips where they manufacture chips in Taiwan, I believe. One of the biggest buildings were set on fire or something crazy. Like the production lines were kind of messed up, and that caused for things to go up in price. And it's definitely more nuanced than that, than what I just said. I don't have the capacity or the knowledge to really go into detail on that end. There's other channels that would cover that to a better quality than I can. Um, okay, so people are saying they're going to hold off until this thing goes on sale. Nintendo games never go on sale, right? The Switch, aside from the occasional retailer sale, promotion, holiday promotion, the Switch never had a price cut. It's been the same. It's actually gotten more expensive with the Switch OLED. It went up $50. It never got a price cut. People saying that they're going to wait till this thing goes on sale. You're going to be waiting a while. Just buy one used then. If you don't want to buy one full price, buy these games used. Like you have avenues of not paying full price for games if you really don't want to pay full price. If what I do, not to make myself sound like some saint or amazing person, but I will spend my hard-earned money to support things I want more of, right? So I want more quality games. What am I going to do? I'm going to give these developers my hard-earned cash, like the next Donkey Kong game that looks phenomenal. The next Mario Kart looks amazing. It's open world. It looks so good. It looks beautiful. It runs crazy, like it's 60 frames, 4K. How crazy is that? Out of an 8-inch tablet that it outputs in 4K. Like, you're not going to find that price. I meant to look at the price of the Steam Deck, and I believe like the 500 gigabyte or the 256 gig model, as opposed to like the 64 gig model, that thing I think is, and I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's like $600 anyway. So for a system that doesn't do what the Switch 2 does, it's crazy. So good luck waiting for this thing to go on sale. You're going to be waiting till the Switch 3 comes out, and even then it might not go on sale. Buy one used. Like I said, just buy one used. Or also, like I said, okay, so I probably wrote this down here. Let me see if I wrote it down. Let's see here. I think so. Yeah, if it's too expensive for you, get creative, right? There's ways you can get cash back. For example, like, be careful using credit cards because you can get in debt and you can get it way in over your head. But you can use tools. You can use credit cards like a tool, right? You go and pay your expenses that you're going to buy in cash anyway, like your groceries, like your utility bills, like your phone bill, your internet bill, and things like that, your insurance. And rather than paying cash for those things, you have the cash on hand to pay for them, but you use credit cards instead to get cash back. And over time, just by buying essential daily needs and groceries and household goods like like cotton swabs, toilet paper, all that stuff, you end up accumulating cash back. Like my Costco credit card cash back rewards annually, just by paying things that I would pay in cash anyway. I get like $500 back at the end of the year. So you could use tools like that, or also you can, like I mentioned before, cut costs, like make food at home for a month, right? Make coffee at home for a month. Save that money. Work a couple extra hours of overtime at work until you have enough money to afford what you want. That's discretionary anyway, that you don't essentially need. You don't really need it, right? I do. I need it because I can't wait. But yeah, you could use things like credit cards. You can meal prep, save money, right? You can sell. So when you upgrade to the next Switch, you can sell your previous Switch and recoup that cost, right? You can sell games you're not playing anymore. Like, for example, what I'm going to do, I'm going to sell my copies of games that I have on current gen hardware to buy the copies on the Switch, like Elden Ring. I have it on the Xbox. I'm going to sell it. I'm probably not going to get much by it, because that's another thing, is Nintendo games also hold their value, right? A couple of years from now, you could probably sell these games for like $50, $60 used, where other platform games, they don't retain their value like the way Nintendo games do, right? Because they're quality games, right? Okay, and this brings me to my point. It's Nintendo we're talking about here, right? They produce top tier quality entertainment that is almost always a complete experience on day one, right? They seldomly ever require a patch on day one. They're almost never broken on day one. They're complete experiences day one, quality with almost no bugs. Not like other developers like Ubisoft or EA or 2K. Sometimes they release games in such a broken state. Like, look at I bought Metroid Dread day one. That was a complete experience. I didn't need a day one patch. I popped in the cartridge and I played that. I beat that game from start to finish with no interruption, no having to download anything. This is why I'm so okay with handing away my hard-earned money to this company, because their products are quality. They're always solid, right? They also don't do microtransactions, right? Like EA or Ubisoft again, or Activision, which is now Microsoft. They don't do that. They give you a complete experience, right? With You don't need to download or patch anything else other than what you already own. And sometimes they do patch the game, like they do, like for Smash Bros. They do patch rollout patches to for character balance and things like that. But for the most part, you almost don't need to do that almost ever on Nintendo games, right? Look at games that came out like Cyberpunk, right? No Man's Sky, Fallout 76. Like those games were just in such broken state when they released. Like the whole controversy on all those games, like that doesn't happen with Nintendo. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Think of a game that Nintendo has released day one that has been broken or that has had a lot of controversy, like Cyberpunk and things like that. I can't think of one, and I'm not being a fanboy. I own a PS5. Astrobot was amazing. That game was worth $70 day one. That game's phenomenal. You know, Last of Us, even though they did the remake, it was worth $70. That game's beautiful. Have you played it on PS5? Jesus, right? If the games are good, I have no problem giving these developers, these artists, my hard-earned cash for a product that's finished and quality, right? Anyways, moving on. Let's see here. Yeah, to this day, I can play games that I bought at full price on day one on the Switch. The exclusives like Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Metroid Dread, Metroid Prime Remaster. All these games are evergreen titles. Like they retain their quality and their value years from now. Like 5 years from now, I can see myself popping in Mario Odyssey and having just as much fun, if probably not even more, because I think it'll have a Switch 2 version, that game, possibly. Be on the lookout. It's exciting. I'm excited. Let's see here. Yeah, if it's too expensive, I already said that. And okay, so that was all I wanted to say, guys. Oh, and one last thing I want to mention is with Nintendo, right? Give me 2 seconds. In the past year, 2 years, maybe year and a half, roughly 2 years or so, how many developers laid off? Excuse me, how many publishers laid off developers? Like, and how many developers were laid off? Thousands. You saw it in the news. You probably still see it on the news. Like EA, all these companies, Ubisoft, all these big corporations laid off hundreds of employees. Hundreds. Granted, some of them for good reason, because of the whole liberal politics stuff that I don't agree with. DEI stuff. That's a different story, different day. But how many of those developers were laid off, and how many of these executives got bonuses instead of getting their pay cut? Where Nintendo, how many developers have Nintendo laid off? Zero. There is not a story on the internet of Nintendo laying off employees. Yes, they're having to raise prices because development costs have gone up, but also they don't lay off their employees. Like their employees are well taken care of, and I like spending my hard-earned, and I keep saying hard-earned because it's work. It takes work to earn money, right? It doesn't come easy, and I understand why people are frustrated because yeah, things have gone up in price, but you're supporting something that is a lot of hard effort and work has gone into, right? These are masterful craft. These are masters of their craft. Nintendo are, and not just Nintendo, but like FromSoft and all that. I'm happy supporting these developers and giving them my money for things I want to see more of, right? And so if they can keep their employees happy, and not lay people off and not take away jobs, then it's what it costs, right? Things are going to cost more, but you're also going to get a quality product, right? I'm happy spending my money on companies that take care of their employees. Like, for example, I like going to Costco because their employees are well taken care of. Even though, I mean, you also get good deals at Costco, but you pay a membership, but you go in there and their employees are happy. Like, I've never had, I can't think of a single bad experience I've ever had going to Costco, right? Where employees are taken care of. Like, where I work, I'm taken care of. I'm happy going into work. I'm not miserable. And you should support companies that treat their employees well. And things go up in price. Okay, get creative on finding ways to buying these things, or just save up money until you can afford it. Sell things you don't use anymore. You know, get on Facebook Marketplace, get on eBay, sell things you're not using. But I feel like at this point, I'm almost ranting. I'm excited. I cannot wait for the Switch 2. I'm going to be there, like I said, day zero. Day zero. I'm going to be there day one. It's going to be amazing. Anyways, thank you guys again for watching my video. All right, I'm going to stop. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. It means a lot. If you've made it this far into the video, comment cheddar down in the comments below. Comment cheddar as in money, as in what everyone's so mad about giving up and how things have gone up in price. But I can't wait. I can't wait. It looks quality. I can't wait to read that article. I'll put it in the description down below, that article on Nvidia's website. And I was going to list Donkey's video on the cost of gaming down below as well. Let me know if you guys disagree, and let me know why. Why tear apart my arguments. Don't call me names, please. Please don't call me names. Call me names if you want to. I feel like I'm putting myself on the internet. It's my fault if I get called names. Do it. Call me a name. My name is Uly. Call me that name. That's the name I was born with. But I'm going to get back into playing some Xenoblade. I'll probably have another beer. This one has not been opened, but I'll finish this one and probably have that one and call it a night. But let me know what you guys are playing again, and let me know down in the comment section, what were you the most excited about on this Switch 2 reveal direct? In my opinion, Donkey Kong looks great. FromSoft, their new game called Dusk Bloods looks amazing. Elden Ring, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Street Fighter 6 Day 1, Metroid 4 getting a Switch 2 remaster, Breath of the Wild remaster, Tears of the Kingdom remaster, the hardware, everything, the screen looks beautiful. I was looking at comparisons, and that's another thing. Like, I have not enough time to catch up. There's so much got released. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna cut it now, cut this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until next time.